What is good, YouTube, and welcome back to a brand new video. As we know, the NBA regular season started last night. We got more games tonight, super exciting. But yesterday we did a trading Karl-Anthony Towns Timberwolves rebuild. So today we're gonna be doing the other side of this rebuild, where we traded Karl-Anthony Towns to the Knicks. Before we get into today's video, make sure you guys drop a like on this one and subscribe if you are new to this channel. As always, greatly appreciated. Also, episode number 4 of the Hoops Crush podcast is probably out right now. Link to that channel and to the video is down in the description below if you want to go check it out. Other than that, of course, talked about this yesterday. If you saw yesterday's video, you know exactly where this video is coming from. This is obviously really premature, but there's been some rumors about the idea of the Knicks maybe going out there getting Joel Embiid. If they can't get him, maybe they go for Cat because Tom Thibodeau used to coach him. And obviously the Timberwolves signed Jay McDaniels to a big bag. Would that mean Cat's being moved in the future? Which is why we've done these, 2 videos in the first place. It's really premature, trust me, I know, but it's still something that I think is possible. So same trade as yesterday. The only thing I did different is I added another first because there was someone in the comment section that argued that another first could be added, and I agree. I definitely could see that. So I have to apply another update, which sucks, but it's all good. I'll fix that in a second. But other than that, ignoring all that, Mitch Robinson, quickly Evan Fournier, 3 firsts over the Timberwolves for Karl-Anthony Towns. If the Timberwolves are like super mid at the trade deadline, I can see them trying to move on from Cat. The Knicks might be lining up if Embiid's not available. We'll see. Maybe they don't want him. But I guess I'll go apply this update real quick, and I'll see you guys at the end of year number 1 with Cat on the team. But first, before we do that, we should probably show what the rotation is going to look like for the rest of the season, obviously. So Brunson, Quentin Grimes, RJ, Randall, Cat, Josh Hart, Isaiah Hartenstein, DiVincenzo, and Miles McBride. I will see you guys at the end of year 1. And of course, you guys already know today's video is brought to you by PrizePicks. PrizePicks is a player props app that's available on mobile or desktop. It's simply you against projections. You look at the numbers, and you go over or under on it. Of course, they have all kinds of sports, but we're going to be talking about the NBA today. So a lot of different stats on the board right now. Yesterday, they had a free square with Stephen Curry. Now, yesterday, I did give you guys 2 picks using Stephen Curry's free square. And unfortunately, LeBron James did not come through, unfortunately. So one thing I decided to do, though, was go ahead and continue to take advantage of the Stephen Curry free square. But yeah, I do apologize if you tailed this over 6.5 assists. LeBron James fell short. But I was like, you know what? Steph is still free square. Let's try again in the next game. I went over 12 or over 10 field goals made for Devin Booker, and he came through, had a really good game last night. So we won that one. But I have another one for you today. So this is what we are going to go with. So of course, if you want to tail along with this, use code Crushables. Link is down in the description below. They match your deposit dollar for dollar up to $100. But this is what I'm looking at today that I really love, by the way. I'm just going to say that right now. So my first pick tonight is going to be, if I can find him, where he's down here. So I'm going to go over on, if I can find him. He was just here a second ago. Points, assists. Cade Cunningham. There he is. I was going to say, I'm going to go over 24.5 points, assists on Cade Cunningham. And then another one I really like, another young player in points, rebounds, who had a great preseason, is going to be OKC's Chet Holmgren, if I can find him. I'm going to go over on him as well. I really like these 2 lines on these 2 guys. We'll see if it does end up coming through. So over 22 on Chet Holmgren. So I'm going to go ahead and lock these 2 in. If you want to tail this, of course, tail at your own risk. Use my code to sign up for PrizePicks and enhance your watching experience. We're going to place that entry. And I will see you guys tonight for the sweat. Actually, I won't see you guys, but no, we'll talk about it tomorrow. Hopefully it comes through. But thank you to PrizePicks, as always, for sponsoring today's video. Go sign up for PrizePicks. But at the end of year 1, John Morant wins MVP, Vic Rookie of the Year, Chris Paul 6th Man, Giannis Offensive Player, Paul Reed Most Improved, and Trae Young's your Clutch Player of the Year, and Jenkins Coach of the Year, with Jameson your Executive. So John Morant, Nikola Jokic, Doncic, Joel Embiid, Giannis, and then you got Stephen Curry, Trae Young, Shea, LeBron, James Harden, and then here's your NBA 13 with Jimmy, Devin Booker, LaMelo, Dame, and Jason Tatum. So this is what we're looking at as far as being in the playoffs. We actually fell out of the playoff spot. We were like the 5th seed at the deadline. Adding Cat may have made us worse potentially. I'm not really sure. It did not go too well, I guess, after adding him. So we ended up finishing at what? 41 and 41. So we finished right at 500, which really is unfortunate. But I'm assuming we can get in. I think we have a good roster. We do have to play the Bucks, though. We do beat them. So we're in the playoffs. That's what matters. We run into the Knicks in round 1. Obviously, never an easy task. We're going to go 9-man rotation. Bench utilization is down as much as we want. I might even go 8-man rotation just because we could play Isaiah Hartenstein over having just Miles McBride out there. So I like this lineup. Hopefully, we can come through and maybe upset the Celtics. It's obviously going to be a very tough task, but I think we're capable of it. I think it definitely could happen potentially. We'll see. Randall right now averaging, finished with 25, which by the way, I don't even think I looked at the player stats. Let me go, or I did, by the way. I quickly briefed at it, but it was 25, 21, 21, 18, and 10. So not too bad. Semi-current round against the Celtics, and we are going to go up 3-1 and beat them in 6. So we did upset the Celtics in round 1. So we may have fell off in the regular season, but we come out here and beat the Celtics in round 1. That is an amazing upset. Atlanta's the 1st seed, which is interesting. But we get Miami in round 2. Now, obviously, these two teams matched up last year, and all of us, including myself, thought this was the path for the Knicks to get back to the Eastern Conference Finals, and the Miami Heat said, nah, not so fast. So hopefully we get some revenge here. They have Kevin Porter Jr. now, which is interesting. Jimmy Butler, Tyler Hero. Semi-current round against them, and we are going to be down 3-2. I mean, we definitely could potentially win this game 6, force a game 7, and we have to go back to Miami. But we're in Madison Square Garden for this game 6. How great would it be to win a championship year number 1 with this Knicks team? But it's not. Oh, it's close. It's close. We might be able to sneak out of here with a game 6 victory. Can we do it is the question. We're starting to run with it a little bit, and we are going to win game 6 just like that. Cat with 29 points to end that one. We're going to a game 7. So game 7, they want to start Quentin Grimes, it looks like, which I mean, we can start DiVincenzo, Quentin Grimes. I'm cool with either. Both of them are pretty good starters in my opinion. So let's see what we can do here. Hopefully we can win this game 7. Close game relatively. That looks like they got it though. Yeah, they blew us out unfortunately. So we just almost got to the Western Conference Finals. Really, really unfortunate. I don't know if there's too much I want to change in this offseason. Zion, Joel Embiid, Finals MVPs for the conferences, and then Joel Embiid goes on to win a championship, which is why Joel Embiid could potentially not be available. Now, obviously, a lot of people don't think the 76ers are going far with the whole James Harden situation going on right now. Should be interested to see what happens there. But as far as the lottery is concerned, I don't think we're gonna have a pick here, obviously. So we got actually we might have that Mavericks pick. Dallas's pick. Okay, so we do have, or we traded that. Or did we? No, our pick goes to the Timberwolves, and then we have that Mavericks pick somewhere, but it may have fell in the top 10. So it ends up being, if I can find it, maybe they kept it. Top 10. Where are the Mavericks at? I don't know why I can't see them right now. Magic, Spurs, Kings, Thunder, Wizards, Pacers, Pistons, Jazz, Hornets, Rockets, Thunder, Pelicans, Timberwolves, Nuggets, Spurs. And then there it is, 16. Sorry, I can't see. So 16 is where we're at in this draft. So we can add a rookie to the team. Not too bad. Tom Thibodeau will keep around, and then we're going to go ahead and grab Goldman, and then we'll grab Wing Whisper, and then I'll grab a big man coach, and I'll see you guys on draft night. With the 16th pick in the NBA draft, let's see what we're about to take. So we got Ademar going 1. Let's see who falls to us. Wait a minute. Wait just a second. Am I seeing? No, never mind. I was about to say, did Collier fall all the way to me at number 16? He did not. We have Justin Edwards. We have Isaiah, who I took yesterday. We have Gary Diaw. We have Riley. I could go Gary Diaw, or I also could go Justin Edwards here. 17 points per game. I think I'll go Justin Edwards here with 16. He may not stick around. We'll see. And then we also had maybe a later. Is this a second round pick or no? It is a second round pick. Okay, so I'm just gonna simply take Mark Mitchell here, and we'll call it a day. And I'll let the CPU draft the other one. So not too bad. We walk away with a 77 overall. Not too bad actually. To have him come off the bench immediately, really ideal. We're gonna sign both our second round picks, player options. Jericho Sims will accept qualifying offers. Miles McBride is a free agent that I wouldn't mind bringing back. Don't get me wrong. Now, part of me wants to go ahead and, bring together the Villanova, do our trio or whatever you wanted. Like Mikal Bridges, obviously. Used to play at Villanova with Jalen Brunson and DiVincenzo. Part of me wants to go out there and trade RJ for Mikal Bridges, and then add first. But I have done that in the past where I've added Mikal Bridges to this Knicks team. So I kind of want to steer away from that. But maybe if things are going well, maybe we do go for it. We'll see. So I do like the addition of Justin Edwards, though. I think all we really need to simply do is sign a backup 5 or a backup point guard. And I mean, we could sign Isaiah Hartenstein back most likely. So I'll sign him back. As far as the backup point guard is concerned, maybe we just stick with Miles McBride. He's 23 years old. Maybe could go up in overall even more. So yeah, I think we'll go Isaiah Hartenstein. We'll keep it simple. Isaiah Hartenstein as a backup center, and then Miles McBride as our backup point guard. Nothing crazy here. This offseason was fairly simple. But I'm not going to, I won't say that nothing can happen to the trade deadline. I won't rule it out. So could obviously do more here, but I'm cool. We're just going to go straight to player progression. We added Justin Edwards, who is someone who could contribute right away on this rotation, which is fantastic. And we have RJ up to an 85. So he goes up 3 overall. Randall's up to an 86. Grimes up. Hartenstein is up. DiVincenzo is up. And Edwards is going to join this rotation, which is great, which is awesome. So we can get straight into this next season in year number 2, and let's see how things would go. Obviously, Cat is starting to get paid even more money here. So it is a lot of money going to our front court with Randall and Cat. We almost got to the conference finals last year. Obviously, hoping maybe we can do it this year. Hopefully, a better regular season record as well. Pretty disappointing that we finished as a 7th seed, but Power King's going to land us at 11th. We are a defensive system, so that might have had something to do with it, with Cat obviously not being a good fit in that system. So I guess we're going to run a balanced system this year under Cat and Tom Thibodeau, and we'll see how that goes. Hopefully it works out for us. Just want a better regular season record, because going 41-41 did not feel great, but I assume it was because our system was defense. But rotationally, Brunson, Quinn Grimes, RJ, Randall, Cat, Josh Hart, Isaiah Hartenstein, DiVincenzo. And we're going to run an animated rotation now with Justin Edwards can get some minutes as well. So that will be our rotation for the rest of year number 2. If I do stop at the deadline, maybe I make that move for Mikal Bridges. I will show you. Other than that, although I will say RJ Barrett's usually like a beast in the 2K simulation. Although he was very bad. Like 29% from 3 was not great. 46% from the field could be better. But I'll see you guys at the end of the season. All right, man, I give up. We need that defensive wing stopper. Mikal Bridges, Villanova product, can reunite with Jalen Brunson, DiVincenzo. I think we're about to go for it. So here are your player stats so far. So RJ Barrett's only, averaging 19 points per game, which isn't bad. Don't get me wrong. I'm not like blaming him by any means, but an RJ Barrett from Mikal Bridges swap, I think could benefit both parties. RJ a little bit younger than Mikal. Maybe he could fit into the Nets timeline. I don't know, but that's not gonna be my problem after I do this trade. So RJ Barrett, Mikal Bridges. I think I have this Pistons pick as well. And then let's say I offered like I don't know. I don't think I can offer any of my picks anymore. So I would be fine with throwing Justin Edwards in here if I needed to. But 2K may let me just get away with this, but I'll throw another first in here. So let's pretend, I think I traded 2024, 2026, 2028. So let's pretend this is 2030 because, the stepping rule doesn't allow you to obviously trade, back-to-back picks. But RJ, this is Detroit unprotected, and a 2030 pick for Mikal. They agree. So get Mikal Bridges. Mikal Bridges, welcome to the Knicks, my friend. Your services were very much needed. We're just kind of disappointing right now, which is why I'm so okay with doing this trade. So Mikal Bridges, as I said, reunites with his Villanova boys, and now we have him on the team next to Randall, Cat, Brunson, Grimes. So yeah, I'm feeling very, very good about that. So hopefully we can maybe turn this season around a little bit at 23-27. Got our wing stopper. We'll see how it goes. Hopefully Mikal Bridges can help turn the tide here, as we're 4 games under 500 at the moment. So we've actually also stopped at the contract extension deadline, as we have Jericho Sims saying he'll resign. So we'll go ahead and extend him for 1 more year. And Julius Randle also says he will resign. Now, the man is 30 years old, but can't deny the stats that he's putting up with 27 points per game this season. So I think we're going to go ahead and lock Randle up long-term as well. Keep him around as a New York Knick. This contract may not age well, but hopefully by the time, before the contract ends, we can win a championship before it's all said and done. So needed to do that. Still under 500 at the moment, so we'll just continue to see how the season goes. Luka gets his MVP at the end of this season. Ademar, Rookie of the Year. Chris Paul, 6th man. Evan Mobley, Defensive Player, and Maxey, Most Improved. And De'Aaron Fox, Clutch Player of the Year. And JB Bickerstaff, Coach of the Year for the Cavs. Brandon Harrison is your executive. So Luka Doncic, Jokic, Ja Morant, LaMelo, Giannis Antetokounmpo, LeBron James, Evan Mobley, AD, Embiid, and Tatum. And here's your NBA 13 with Dame, Bam, Edwards, Jimmy, Stephen Curry. So offense first team and offense second team. Not too shabby there, but we are the 5th seed in the East. And we need to play the Celtics again, who we eliminated in round 1 last year. So things got a little bit better as the season kept going along. 21.5 from Mikal, 20 from Brunson, 19.5 from Karl-Anthony Towns, and then 10 from Grimes, 8 from Hart, 7 from Edwards, and 7 from Dante DiVincenzo. So without further ado, let's see if we can find a way to beat the Celtics again. They still have that same roster. No one's changed here. It looks like they also added Russell Westbrook to this team. So we'll see how it goes. Similar to current round, we were able to beat them earlier, but they are up 3-0 on us this time around. So maybe our luck has run out here, and we're maybe going to go down in round 1, 3-0, which would be really disappointing, but it's looking like it's going to go that way, and we are going to get swept by the Celtics. So we go from beating them in round 1 last year to getting beat in round 2 this year. Pretty disappointing, pretty unfortunate, but let's just, see what happens. So Cavaliers, Timberwolves, and we got the Cavs going on to beat the Timberwolves in 5 games. Now, how do I make this roster better is the question, because after getting eliminated in round 1, things got to change. And I think it starts up top. Tom Thibodeau, although I don't fully blame you for what's going on, I think someone has to be held accountable here, and that's going to be you, my friends. We have pick number 20. But yeah, I think Tom Thibodeau has to be fired after that. And again, I don't think it's fully his fault, but I got to take action. We can't get eliminated in round 1. So Tyronn Lue, though, if I can get him to be my head coach, sign me up. Tyronn Lue's our head coach, so we're going to get him. We're also going to try to go for Will Hardy. Just kidding. He's not going to accept that. He's not interested. Okay. Billy Donovan, you want to be an assistant coach here? Sign up for it. Let's go. And Will Hardy's still thinking about it. He is tentative. I don't know why it says tentative. He might as well just say I'm not interested. Like, we already know where that's going once that hits. But I'll just go for Jesse Keller and call it a day. So get Jesse Keller. Let's go straight to draft night. We still have pick number 20 in this draft. So let's see what we got. So we got 20, 11, and 20. Okay, I don't think there's anything I'm looking to do here. We could maybe upgrade our backup center position, although I do like Hardenstein, so it's not really his fault necessarily. Maybe we could do that. So I don't know. We could take a look at that. Like, that's the only position I could think of that I would really love an upgrade at. So centers that maybe we can get to be our backup. That obviously aren't making too much because we can't really afford like anybody crazy. Robert Williams, maybe bring him. Wendell Carter, Jakob Poeltl, maybe making a little too much. Wendell Carter's definitely in our realm of possibility though. Christian Wood, Daymara, that's gonna be probably too optimistic. Pressure Chua, Daniel Gafford. Ooh, I want Daniel Gafford. 10 points, 7 rebounds, 1.5 blocks. Give me Daniel Gafford. Although Hardenstein is like not much worse than him, I know Gafford is really good in the sim. So I'm going to try for Daniel Gafford here. I'm cool with trading Miles McBride if I have to do it. So Isaiah Hardenstein, Miles McBride for Gafford. They agree. We get Gafford to be our backup 5. So Gafford will be our new backup 5. Don't know if that's going to make any difference, but we're just going to do it regardless. So pick 20. Let's see what we get at pick 20. I don't know if there'll be anybody good here that can play right away, but we can get Bronny James. Maybe LeBron will sign with us now. Probably not, but welcome to the team regardless. So we get Bronny James, 72 overall. We got Dirk as well. The next Dirk Nowitzki. Kidding. But player options, Brunson declines. We're going to accept both of these rookies, and then we are going to try to, go all in on bringing Grimes and Brunson back, of course. So Jalen Brunson, money is, going to be pretty expensive here, but I do want both of them back. So let's sign both of them back. Our roster is pretty much locked in at this point. So we got those two taken care of. And, I don't know what else we can sign. So we have Bronny James now, DiVincenzo. We have Josh Hart, Justin Edwards. So we'll still have a backup 4. So basically, if we wanted to get anything, it'd be a backup point guard. I'll sign Jose Alvarado. That's fine with me. And we still have a trade exception with RJ Barrett, but I don't plan on using it. So player progression. Let's see what this is looking like this time around. I'm expecting maybe Cat to go down. Maybe Randall is going down. Nobody goes down. Mikal even goes up. So that's great. Cat is up to an 86. Hart is up. Grimes up. Edwards is also up to a 80, which is great. So I love to see that. We're running it back for another year. We have a new head coach. I don't know if, I don't know if it was Tom Thibodeau's fault necessarily, but we're blaming it on him. That's what we're going with. We got a new center, backup center. Don't know if that's going to make a difference. I probably should load a draft class. I have to cut someone on the roster. So we're going to cut Jacob Toppin at the end here. So also, let me go ahead and load that draft class that I didn't load. So 2026, Joe DeKelmer, where are you at? And then we should be ready to go for this next season. And I'm hoping this season's going to be a lot better than what we've had so far, because regular season has not treated us great. I would love to be like a 50-win team. Parker's going to land us at 4th overall. We can be a 4.5 balance. So that's a great sign. Under Tyronn Lue, things look a little bit better here. Does that mean it's going to translate to all much better? We shall see. But we're going to start this season with the expectations of things going way better here. Hopefully that is the case. I'll see you guys at the end of year number 3. Jokic with the MVP award this season. Cooper Flagg, Rookie of the Year on the Bulls. Amen Thompson, 6-man, Moby Defensive Player. Isaiah Collier, Most Improved. And Kevin Durant, Clutch Player of the Year. So here's your All-NBA first team, All-NBA second team, and All-NBA third team, All-Defensive first team, All-Defensive second team. So I don't think we had any Knicks representatives here, if I'm not mistaken. So we did not. But we are a 4th seed in the Eastern Conference. We get to play the Atlanta Hawks, another familiar foe. Of course, Trae Young silencing the crowd at one point. So I'm sure Knicks fans aren't very fond of him. But Justin Edwards stepped up with 11 points per game this year. 10 from Quentin Grimes, 8 from Hart, and then 7 from Gafford, 5 rebounds, and a block. So hoping this is our year to make a big run here. Really hoping so. Get the Atlanta Hawks around 1, as I said. So no Celtics here at all. Like literally not even in the playoffs, which is wild. But Atlanta in round 1, if I could speak. Patrick Williams, Okongwu, Sadiq Bey, Adrian Griffin, DeJounte Murray. DeAndre Hunter, Dinwiddie, Kobe Buffkin. It's a pretty solid Atlanta team. I think adding Patrick Williams to this team, of course, they extended Okongwu. No longer have Capella, it looks like. But yeah, it's a very solid, deep team led by Trae Young. So let's see how this goes. Game 1, 1-0. Beat them by 52. Great start. 22-13, 32-12. Game 2, 2-0. Are we really about to eliminate the Hawks like this? We're about to sweep Trae Young and the Hawks? No, they win 1. Okay. Are they going to win 2 straight? No, we beat them in 5. Now we get the Pistons. So Detroit actually, 8th seed upsets the Raptors. So Detroit, they have Kay Cunningham, Ivy, Montez Buzelis, Marvin Bagley, Claxton, Asar Thompson, Isaiah Stewart, Taylor Horn Tucker, and Joe Val. So pretty solid Detroit team. Pretty excited to see if we can get past this Eastern Conference or get past this second round and finally punch our ticket to the Eastern Conference Finals here. Game 1, they're up 1-0. Game 2, we even it up, 114-98. Needed that victory. Going down 2-0 probably would have been a death sentence. 2-1. We're up 2-1 on them. 3-1. Yes. Do we beat them in 5? Just like, wow. Okay, we're in the conference finals. Let's go. And now we get the Battle of New York. And we gave the Nets RJ Barrett. And they have Donovan Mitchell. So Donovan Mitchell, of course, a lot of trade rumors about him going to the Knicks. Instead, he goes to Brooklyn. So very interesting there. They also have Jalen Duren, Miles Bridges, Cameron Johnson, Kyle Anderson, Derek Whitehead. So yeah, Donovan Mitchell, I assume, I was about to say, is going off. And RJ probably is doing really good as well with 22 and pretty efficient in the playoffs so far. So let's see how this goes, man. Mikal played his former team. RJ Barrett played his former team. Game 1, 1-0. I think we're the better New York team on paper, but they may have something to say about that as they're up 2-1. I don't think we can go down 3-1 to the Nets. That might be pretty hard to come back from. So we got to win in Madison Square Garden here to even the series up. So right now we do have the lead in the third quarter. We have a pretty good lead, but that doesn't mean we get to keep it, and we do. So we do win Game 4, and now it's pivotal Game 5 time. It says give more minutes to Mikal Bridges. Probably should have done that. Maybe that would have changed the tide of this game here. And we might lose this one. We made it somewhat close to the end. Maybe we could find a way to crawl back in, sneak it at the end. Can we? Score hasn't moved in a second, and it looks like the Nets have it here, unless we're kind of creeping there. The Nets got us here, I think. So we are going to lose in that pivotal Game 5, but we do go back to, wow, I just realized Mikal Bridges wasn't starting. We do go back to Madison Square Garden for a huge Game 6. So Donovan Mitchell on his former team might end us here, but let's see if that is actually the case. No, we are going to force a Game 7. Game 7 time. We're going to make sure we have our rotation set this time around. That was stupid of me not to change things the way they recommended. But here we go. Game 7 in Brooklyn. Pivotal Game 7. And looks like they may have it. Second quarter is going to go to them. Okay, we do win the third quarter. Close game in the fourth quarter. 2-point game. Do not let them run away with this one. Oh, man. This might be a game where we have to jump in and watch what's going to happen. So, 95-98. Yeah, back and forth game so far. Yeah, I think we watched the end. 104-106, 2 minutes left on this clock. Let's jump in and watch this bad boy. I think this is a game we got to watch with 2 minutes left. So I will not play because the last time I watched, or I jumped in and watched, it was an amazing watch, like just an amazing watch. So we're gonna do that same thing here. We're gonna put the controller down and we're gonna watch and see what happens here. Brooklyn versus New York, Game 7. Jalen Duren at the free throw line. He is going to missed the first one, so he's got 2 here. So they could have taken a 2-possession lead potentially here. And Duren is going to miss the second one. So we get bailed out with 2 straight missed free throws. Jalen Brunson is going to have the ball. I love the lineup we have on the floor. Starting 5 is out here, which I love to see. You know, oftentimes in 2K when you jump in, they have the weirdest lineups out there. But Randall from 3, he's going to miss it. Did not like that shot, but we took it regardless. Looks like Cody Williams, I believe, has the ball, or whoever that is. You're going to pass it off to Donovan Mitchell. DiVincenzo guarding him. Karl-Anthony Towns is going to screen and roll there. Or, yeah, Duren misses the middle. Going to pass it out to Williams. DiVincenzo on him. Could have had that rebound. And DiVincenzo's playing good defense, but Mitchell is cutting, and Brunson has nothing to do with stopping him there. So, unfortunate circumstances there. Could have had a good rebound and walked away with possession. But a minute 20 left on the clock. Let's see what Cat and the Knicks can do here. Brunson's going to shoot a mid-range. Did not like that shot. So far, the offense down the stretch has been really abysmal. Do not love what we've done so far. Mitchell could end us here potentially with a good 3-pointer here. Let's see what's going to happen. So he's going to get a screen from Jalen Duren. DiVincenzo, not too bad. And Duren is going to dunk the ball. This is not looking good, boys. We got to score here. If we don't score here, this might be game over. We might need a 3 at this point. Brunson's going to handle the ball. He's going to take it to the basket, and he's going to get fouled on the way up. So, Mikey Williams. I thought that was Cody Williams. I apologize. But we need these 2 free throws. It's not over just yet. It's getting there, though. We do have another possession guaranteed. If we can get a stop on the defensive end, as Brunson's going to miss that one, we cannot afford to miss baskets like that down the stretch. We might be losing this Game 7. We're going to pass it off, or going to pass it off to RJ. Kyle Anderson is going to hit that shot. We're down 7. Yeah, boys, I think this is going to be the game. I don't think this is going to work out for us. Cat's going to give Randall a screen. He's going to pass it down to Brunson. Brunson over Mikey Williams is going to make the free throw, or the layup. I apologize. 107-112. And 35 seconds left on the clock. We're going to play the foul game now. I think that, or Brunson also fouls out, so that might be chalked as well. So let's see what who they put in. DiVincenzo at point guard, okay. If he makes both of these, it's probably the game. He is going to make both. So yeah, both are made. We're not even going to call a timeout. There's really no point. So DiVincenzo is going to handle the ball here. Do we need a 3? And if he makes this, oh my goodness, off the rim. I don't think it really would have mattered if he made it, but we're going to fall short to our foe, the Nets. Donovan Mitchell, 3. Oh my goodness, he wanted to end our careers there. But let's just watch the end. Let's see what happens here. He's going to pass it out. Mikal for 3, and Mikal is going to miss it. So just like that, boys, we are going to fall short in the Eastern Conference Finals to the Brooklyn Nets. Really disappointing turn of events here to end things off. Really sucks to see it, but it is what it is. Do we go another season? I think we do. So I'm going to go one more season on this bad boy. All right, ladies and gentlemen, last season here, as we do end up getting the first seed in the East this year, which is awesome. But 21.5 from Randall, 20 from Cat, 19 from Brunson, 18 from Mikal, and then Justin Edwards up to an 82 overall is really starting to, catch his stride here with 13 points per game. So Quentin Grimes 11, 8, 7, 6. It's the same rotation. Nothing's changed here. It's just simply us. As the Nets aren't even in the playoffs this time. That's awesome. So now we get the Bulls in round 1. We have Lonzo, Kyrie Irving, Cooper Flag, DeRozan, and James Wiseman with Zach LaVine off the bench, Davion Mitchell, and Riley Kulig. So, interesting roster the Bulls that have, and we are going to beat them in 5. Okay, so beat them in 5. Now we get Detroit, who added Keegan Murray to their squad. Asar Thompson's up, and overall, pretty solid team in Detroit. I'm going to live with the results here, and we are going to beat them in 6. So now I get the Philadelphia 76ers, Andrew Nembhard, Maxi Tiller, Tari Eason, Joel Embiid, and then Isaiah Jackson. So, no longer have James Harden, obviously. They got Bruce Brown, Tobias Harris still. Game 1, they win. Game 2, they win. Are we going to lose here? Wow. 3-0, and we're going to get swept in the conference finals against the 76ers. So that is how this video is going to end. So we cannot even get to the finals. Kings, 76ers, and the 76ers are going to go on to beat the Kings. So thank you guys for watching. Unfortunately, we could not win a championship with Cat and the Knicks. I thought this team would be able to do it, and not the case at all. We gave it our best shot. One game away last year. Get swept this year. Love to see it. But still a fun video regardless. I hope you guys enjoyed. Enjoy some basketball tonight. Thank you guys for watching as always. This is Crushables. I'm saying peace. Thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure you click here to watch another video that I know you'll love.